Hello, everyone. It's Diane, the massage mentor, and I just wanted to jump on. I've been pondering something, and I've been pondering it for a while. And one of those things is I am a business owner, and I have employees, and some people have independent contractors. At a time like this, I am so thankful that I was set up by someone who had me pick the employee route, in that it was so simple for my staff when this happened to log on the website, put in their paperwork, and collect unemployment. And they didn't have to worry about uh, anything really. And I think that's really, really nice. And how that happens is, as an employer with employees, you contribute money towards unemployment insurance, and you also contribute money towards their Social Security. Basically, as an employer, you take responsibility and care about those working for you in a not just a verbal or a physical presence way, but in an actual financial way. So when I do get my payroll, a lot of money before it even pays my employees goes to paying all the different taxes on them and Social Security and all that stuff. And I did that because I love my staff, and I want them to understand that I love them, not just by saying it, but by showing them. And that's just my personal preference, right? And I felt like it also created some kind of camaraderie and loyalty. Now, especially at a time like this, where they know I have their back 120 million percent. As they're collecting unemployment, I, on the other hand, am not, as a self-employed person initially. So that meant that as they were getting their unemployment checks, I was unable to initially get unemployment, which for me, again, I'm a business owner. In my mind, my mentors and the people who I listened to had me prepare for everything, including a situation where for some reason we would lose income at the business, and I would be able to survive. So I, as a business owner, take that responsibility. One, for my staff, making sure that they work in an environment where they're heard, where the environment is nice, where they get what they need, where there's, well, my number one rule here is absolutely positively no talking poorly about each other. That is like grounds for that does not work here. Okay. So all that being said, why did I choose the employee route, and what's going to happen and what's been happening in the massage business? I believe briefly I spoke with the Rebel, and sorry, Rebel, if I'm quoting you wrong. I think that in California, they're starting to go through the business and really crack down a little bit on independent contractors. So all that said, if I do have one thing on my mind about the massage business, is sometimes makes me like kind of sad and miss the old days. When I first started doing massage in 1996, the entire industry was run by and worked by massage therapists. It was all massage therapists. It was such an awesome time, and we were in control of our industry. And as more and more people got involved, it grew, which I'm so thankful for. And lots more people getting massage, lots more massage therapists. But why I chose, long story, employees is because of this. The IRS actually has a list of 20 questions that you should ask yourself when you're hiring an employee versus an independent contractor. And it's in my first book. I don't know if who knows or doesn't know, but I wrote a couple books. This book, a little harder to follow, a little more straightforward than my second book. But it says, if the answer to any of these questions is yes, the worker may, in fact, be an employee and not an independent contractor. The first, I think you might find that you might answer yes to. Does your employer give you specific instructions as to how the job or service is to be completed? I think that's a close one, right? Is training required for the worker to complete the job or service in a specific manner? I mean, I'm going to guess you got some training wherever you work. Is the completion of the job or service necessary to ensure the continuation of the business? Well, if it's a massage business, I would guess if they have massage therapists, I mean, they probably need their massage therapist to be doing massage for the massage business to continue. I mean, I think so. A spa is probably a little different. Is the worker required to perform the job or service personally? Is the worker hired, supervised, and paid by the employer? Is the worker required to perform the job or service on the employer's premises, even though the work could be performed elsewhere? Okay, so I mean, I could go through all 20, but I'm guessing we already got to a few yeses. So what does that mean? That means that people that are hiring, massage businesses that are hiring people as independent contractors they're not paying any taxes, unemployment tax, they're not paying Social Security. And what happens is, like, we're all fighting for this. I want my own business. I don't want my own business. I want to be independent. Okay, well, as an independent contractor, one, the guidelines aren't necessarily being followed for what an independent contractor is. And then what happens is, when it comes to be tax time too, an independent contractor pays 7.65% more in taxes. So technically, because there's no responsibility at all if an employer has independent contractors, that means that employer owes you nothing. They have no responsibility for anything, right? So if they're not paying anything, that means that all that money that they're making, they're making that money. So in my mind, what that means, independent contractors should be paid more than employees, right? Because they're expecting you to have your own business in their business. They're expecting you to take responsibility for everything, even if they're giving you little side things. When push comes to shove, as an independent contractor, you have your own business inside someone else's business. And if you're cool with that, that's cool. But it's really important to understand. One, you should be making a little bit more money because they're not paying any taxes. They're paying unemployment tax. They're not paying towards your Social Security. Nothing, right? So that money just is going in. So I just wanted to point that out and have people think about that. In this downtime, a lot of people are like, how's the industry going to change? What are we going to do? And that's a whole different topic, a huge topic, which I'd love to talk about. But another thing is, what about this independent contractor and employee stuff? I just wish that massage therapists there's massage therapists who are born to lead. There's massage therapists that don't have enough time to do that. They have kids. They have no desire to do it. You know, we as a community, I wish we would all come together and really do right by one another and make sure that if you do have a business, that the people that are working for you are your top priority. They're taken care of. They have what they need in really good times and in not so good times. So really, that's all I had to say. I just had to get it out. I've been wanting to get that out forever. And as I watch a lot of my friends and associates who are independent contractors, you know, they were terrified in the beginning. Of course, with a crisis like this, my God, they're giving everybody unemployment. But it's just really made me think about all the pros and cons, independent contractors versus employees, and how some of the businesses housing all these independent contractors, I just don't know if they're necessarily taking care of people the way that they deserve to be taken care of. And though you have this freedom, you should have a lot of freedom. Like, you should be wearing what you want, doing what you want, going in when you want, all this stuff as an independent contractor, because you literally are your own business. And that's all I have to say about that. And I hope everybody is well. And I miss you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments and I can talk more about this. It's a subject that's a hot topic for me personally. And I wish it was a hot topic for the industry and that we could get everybody in a good place. And that's really all I have for now. I hope everyone's staying safe. And I'm going to put up my little thing. I love this. And, I accept the way things are in the industry. I do. But I do also think that, like I said, if we were all a little more educated on what it means when a business has independent contractors and what a business means when it has employees. So, thanks.